Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. हम लोग राधा की गुण महिमा को हम लोग श्रवण कर रहे थे, जिस श्लोक का हम लोग चर्चा कर रहे थे। देवी राधिका कृष्ण के लिए क्या कहा गया? देव शब्द।
For Krishna, we use the word Dev. In Radha-ji, use the word Devi. Haribo. Haribo. It's beautiful shining of her body. 107. 7. This all can happen that you have one part of your body very beautiful, a little bit beautiful, and then you're the mixed universe in this material world. Your lotus feet, from the toenails, effulgence of toenails, into her hair. Shmatara is so beautiful. Yeah. Beauty and sweetness is incomparable. She even conquers all the beauty of all Lakshmis of Vaikuntha. All. Her eyes, her legs, her feet, everything is very beautiful. All parts of the body of Radha-ji, they're so beautiful. How can we describe this in this material world? It's very beautiful. Have you seen a deer? Where? In London. You go to that place, in that house. I was wake up early in the morning doing the bhajan and a deer came very close to me. Where? Come. In England, there's a place that there's one doctor's house, wife and husband, they're doctors. Sometimes they stay in their house in Greensbury. It's like this. So beautiful. Deer came very close to me. So Devi means she's very, very beautiful. So this look Devi Krishna Mai Prakta. And also her name is Radhika. Her name is Radhika. The name of Radha is Shrestha, means superior, the best. Her name is also Sarva Lakshmi Mai, means she's the best between all the Lakshmis. Also Sarva Kanti. Kanti means, Kanti, there's two meanings. Do you remember? First is that she has so much effulgence, and also second meaning, she fulfills all the desires of Krishna, because Kanti means, Chata means effulgence, and Kanti also means another meaning, fulfill all the desires of Krishna. She fulfills all the desires of Krishna. Two meanings of Kanti in this look.
Kanti bolse tahate sarvolochikane subha avayadavai imba kanti sabde Krishna samachhare Krishna saparvancha kadati Radhika karana Krishna vanchitapuram sarva kanti sabde artha vivaram. Varsan Mohini Para.
And also the look says Samohini Para, which means that even Krishna, she enchants or bewilders even Krishna. Like Krishna is Bhuvan Mohan, means enchants all the world, whole world. The beauty of Krishna is so much, it's so beautiful. When the ladies of Mathura, they saw Krishna coming from Vrindavana into Mathura, they described the beauty of Krishna, and these ladies of Mathura seeing his beauty, they were talking about his beauty. Look how beautiful is Krishna. Now Krishna is in Mathura, but when Krishna was in Vrindavana, at that time, who can explain the beauty and sweetness of Krishna when he was in Vrindavan? That's why it is said associates are also like this.
द्वारका में
In
कृष्ण के
Dwarika,
परिकर आदि
the parikaras of Krishna, associates of Krishna,
परिकर
of Madhuri Ras,
रुक्मिणी आदि
like for example the queens, no? Rukmini, etc. Rukmini, Satyabhama, the Mahishis means the queens of Dwarka.
और द्वारका में एक द्वारका है मथुरा में
And also in Mathura.
मथुरा में जो उग्रसेन आदि से लेकर
And also the parikar of Mathura, like Ugrasen and Uddhava. This is parikars. These are his parikars. And in Vrindavan,
गोपियों के द्वारा
also Tadasiddhanta is explained over here.
ये राधा और कृष्ण
Radha and Krishna. Radha is called the complete Shakti of Krishna.
कृष्ण की क्या कहा जाता है
And Krishna is
दोनों
Purna Shakti, means complete possessor of all the potencies.
मृगमन और उनकी गंधर्व कस्तूरी और उनकी गंधर्व एक ही राधा
And he has the, camphor. There's the camphor. Camphor.
कपूर और कपूर की गंध एक ही साथ
Camphor. Karpur and the smell of karpur.
अग्नि की काहिका शक्ति और
Okay. Like a Shakti and Shaktiman potency and possessor. How Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Pant described the beauty and sweetness of Srimati Radha. If a very beautiful slok about the 7 oceans. I told you yesterday about this. I told you yesterday, the 7 oceans.
सिंधु अनुरागैक सिंधु वात्सल्य सिंधु पति समुद्र कृपैक सिंधु लावण्य सिंधु अमृत छवि रूप सिंधु सिराधिका स्फुरतु मे हृदिकेलि सिंधु
Sindhu means what? Ocean.
राधे की एक गुणों की वर्णन किसके साथ दे रहे हैं?
So they compare each quality of Srimati Radhika as the 7 oceans. It's compared to the 7 oceans.
जैसे धरित्री देवी सप्त समुद्र सात समुद्र के द्वारा
So this Karita Devi is known as the 7 oceans. Karita Devi is
पहले भागवत की कथा में
Okay, she also doesn't know which Karita Devi. So the Bhakta explains.
बहुत प्रभावशाली था
His Priyavrata was very powerful. He had all kinds of perfections.
और उन्होंने क्या की
You know what happened? What did he do?
देखा क्या सूरज
He
उगा
saw the sun rising and sun setting.
तो देखा क्या
Then he saw in the evening it was night, it was dark.
सूरज उदय अस्त के बारे
And
में भी
you know, he is also written about the sunrise in the Bhagavatam. The sun rises.
सुमेरु पर्वत
There is this mountain called Sumeru.
जिस समय सूरज सुमेरु पर्वत की उस तरफ चले जाते हैं दूसरी तरफ क्या होता है
When the sun goes to another side of the Sumeru mountain, it becomes dark at the other side.
एक तरफ आलोकित होता है और दूसरी तरफ
One side becomes somebody put a chair for Ramchandra. And so in one side
एक
becomes
तरफ अंधकार
light and on the other side dark.
प्रकाश प्रिय पत्र ने विचार करने लगे
So this Priyavata was thinking when he saw this.
एक ही साथ में
I want
रूप में
to allocate.
इसलिए उन्होंने क्या की अपने योग प्रभाव
So if his power of his yoga,
दिव्य रथ को उन्होंने
he manifested divine chariot, and there was so much effulgence. This chariot so effulgent.
द्वितीय सूर्य की भांति
It's like the second sun.
प्रियव्रत महाराज
This Priyavrata Maharaj,
जब वो
when he
रथ में भी विराजमान होते थे
When he was sitting in the chariot, the effulgence of this chariot, it was so effulgence, glowing and shining. It seemed like a second sun. Everybody was like, amazed. This is good or not? Do we need the darkness or not? If there's not darkness, so nobody can sleep. Because when the sun goes to the other side of this mountain, it becomes night. But this person, Priyavrata, wanted to illuminate everything all the time, Then that's why he took this chariot. There's so much shining. Whatever Lord created, he created so much deliverance. He's like thinking properly. First, for example, we are here in this body. Bhagavan gave us this very beautiful, he created this beautiful body. How? Okay, the nature is very beautiful. So, he created every part of the body like perfect. Everything he creates perfectly. How the eyes should be, the legs, the arms, how should be the distance between all our parts of our body, Whatever Bhagavan creates, he does everything after like proper deliberation, everything's completely thoughtful. How much far should be one eye from each other, Or all the fingers also, same. God made the fingers also after careful thought. If all our fingers were same size, we could not write. Cannot do work with the hand. Look, this thumb, thumb small. It's small and also fat finger. Not very small. Very small finger. And the other one is a little bit bigger. The middle one is very big and like this, and the one is also small. The pinky. And also thin. The last. And the thumb is very white. So, in this way, we can, write and do good work with the hands. How much beautiful, the nature of Lord. Nose and legs, everything. He makes everything in appropriate way. So this Priyavrata was thinking, I want. So one side of earth becomes dark, and on the other side becomes sun, becomes illuminated. So he was thinking, no. I want at the same time illuminate the two sides. So with his power of his yoga, he manifested one chariot, and he sat in this chariot. And at this moment, he illuminated all the parts of all directions, because his chariot so effulgence. It seemed like a second sun. So from the wheels of his chariot, he made the 7 oceans, and also the rivers, and also all the lake, all the lakes also. So from the wheels of his chariot, he made all these oceans, rivers, and ponds. So the 7 oceans. And what else did he do? He also created the 7 islands. So there are the 7 oceans and 7 islands. They are described in the Bhagavatam. How many thousands of kilometers is the distance between one ocean from the other ocean? The scientists try to go up in the earth, but they don't get. They want to go to Mars, they want to go to the moon, but they cannot. They cannot even search properly everything which is in this earth planet. What to speak about going to other places? There was one saint which was like walking, walking.
चिल्लाने लगे।
Gada में गिरे।
देख दिव्य व्यक्ति आगे
Gada,
पंडित आगे,
donkey.
भाई क्या बात है?
Santa Mahatma fell from the
नीचे
donkey.
कैसे गिर गए?
He fell from the donkey. Then
नीचे कैसे गिर गए? गड्ढे में
how
कैसे
did
गिर
you
गए?
fell down from the
बोले, मैं
donkey?
ऊपर तरफ देख रहा था।
Then he said, the saint said, I was looking up in the sky, seeing how many stars and the constellations are in the sky. I was looking, that's why I fell down from the donkey. Somebody asked the saint, why did he fall? And he was saying this, because I was looking up, but okay, you're looking up, but first you have to see where are you going, where you put your feet, you know. You fell down from your donkey because you're not looking at the earth where you're stepping and going, but you're looking up in the sky, looking at the stars, but you do not even how to walk. When you walk, you have to walk to the floor, to the land where you're walking, not looking up in the sky. So the scientists nowadays also they're looking so much up, like go here and there, but they're in this earth. You have to look this earth planet. What is like this? In the Bhagavad explains there are 7 oceans in this earth planet and 7 islands. 7 islands. Everything described in the Bhagavatam. But now, everything we see is about which ocean? Only about the salty ocean, means the Lavan Samudra. What we're like wandering here and there in this world is actually only in this salty ocean. But after this ocean, there is an ocean of sugarcane juice, according to the Bhagavatam. So with the wheels of his chariot, this Priyavrata, he made the 7 oceans, 7 islands. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, he told to Parikshit Maharaj, oh Maharaj Parikshit, listen. Bhagavatam is such a book that all kinds of explains everything. Things from the sky, from the sky is astronomy also explained, and also things from this earth planet, whatever there is, it is explained in the Bhagavad. The scientists, they cannot understand, have all this knowledge. They don't, know these things. So the Lavana Samudra means salty ocean, we can say. So in the middle of the salty ocean, there is an island. You know what deep tap means? Island. There's a tap. What is the name of the island? In the middle of salty ocean, it's called Jambudvip. Now, this island which we are now, the name of this island is Jambudvip. From the 4 sides, there are only salty ocean. Just like when we go to Australia. Have you seen the Australian map? No? From the 4 sides of Australia. Which ocean is there? Pacific Ocean, right? Prasanta Mahasai, this Pacific Ocean. And it's a very big island. So in this way, this Samudra Ocean that you can see, Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean that we see. All this water is Lavan Samudra, is salty ocean. 1,000 kilometers after this salty ocean, there's another ocean which is called Ikuros Samudra, means ocean of sugarcane juice. Ikuras, Ikshu, it is spelled Ikshu Ros Samudra. And there's one island in the middle called Lakshadweep, the name of the island in the middle of the ocean of sugarcane juice. And after that, there's also the ocean of alcohol. Those who like drinking alcohol beverage, they would be very happy. Only listen to this, oh, they'll be with their ears like attentively, oh, there's an ocean of alcohol. They don't need to go to the shop to buy alcohol beverage, they can just go to this ocean. Those, if they, like some wives, their husband drink a lot, and if they tell this to the husband, they will like to. But how to go to this place and like this? Okay, if you want to go to this ocean of alcohol, come to Gauriya Mata, and Ramachandra Prabhu will tell you how to go to the ocean of alcohol. The wives can tell their husbands like this. They'll be happy, these husbands that drink. There's an ocean of alcohol. In the middle, there's an island of this ocean of alcohol. The name, it's Salmali Dweep. Salmali Deep. Salmali means Fruits, one fruit. What is the meaning of Salmali? Yeah. There are many meanings. Cotton is like a cotton. Salmali means cotton. In Sanskrit, Salmali means cotton. And also, there is another meaning. Common meaning means cotton. Cotton. Just like Jambudvip is called, it had this name because of the jambu fruit. That's why it has the name Jambu. Lakshadweep. Laksha, later I'll tell what's the meaning. So this Kushadweep also, there's so much Kush grass? Kush grass? It is Kusha grass in that place, Kushadweep. And in the Kushadweep, all the sides of this ocean, there is an ocean of ghee. And fifth is the Dadi Samudra, means ocean of yogurt. And the name of the island is Kranchadweep. And sixth is Dugdha Samudra, means ocean of milk. No need to buy yogurt. When you wake up, go to the ocean, take the milk. Understand? How much you want of milk you can take in the ocean. The name of this is Shakadweep, in the middle. After that, is the ocean of pure water, like pure water. The name of this island, Pushkardweep. Pushkardweep. So these are the seven samudras, 7 oceans. So now it's can see Radha-ji, comparing these two, Radha-ji, Srimati Radhika. So first, her quality, Vaidagdha Sindhu, Anuraga Sindhu, Vatsalya Sindhu, Atisundara Kripa Sindhu, Lavanya Sindhu, Amrita Chabirupa Sindhu, and Keli Sindhu. So these 7 oceans of qualities of Srimati Radhika, they are compared to the 7 oceans. First, we compare the beauty of Srimati Radhika. First, we talk about the Keli Samudra of beauty of Srimati Radhika. Remember, these 7 oceans of the earth and 7 qualities of Srimati Radhika, they compare like opposite to each other. Like the first ocean, like Lavana Samudra. First is Lavana Samudra, 7 ocean of salt, right? And then Srimati Radhika, the last ocean is the ocean of pure water, right? And first quality of Srimati Radhika is the Vaidagdha Sindhu. The first quality of ocean of quality of Srimati Radhika is Vaidagdha Sindhu, the first. Sorry, Vaidagdha Sindhu. And the last is Keli Sindhu. So, and then relates like opposite with the oceans. Do you understand? Like ascending and descending. So Vaidagdha Sindhu has many meanings. Very much clever. And also Vaidagdha also means completely expert in all kinds of arts. Expert in all kinds of arts. No, doesn't need to learn from anyone. It's like it automatically knows everything spontaneously. This is called Vidagdha, means expertism. Also Pandit, this also means Pandit. Acharya. Isn't John Lamni explains this? In the commentary of this look explains. One thing is a guru, one thing is Acharya. Yes, Acharya is what? It's like spontaneously. He knows everything. He doesn't need to learn from anyone. So first it seems that we are learning from Srimati Radhika is learning from Lalita.
ललिता शिक्षा दी थी ललिता देवी राधा जी की शिक्षा दी थी शिक्षा ललिता अष्टक में हमारी
Saying Lalitastakam, Lalita explain how Srimati Lalita Devi teaches Radhaji, Srimati Radhika. How does Srimati Radhika, what happens? She's sitting, feeling man, anger. And then Lalita tells her, don't give up your anger.
दोनों सुस्त मां दक्षिण प्रभु के लिए लाज रहा है राधा जी मान त्याग देने के लिए तैयार है
Srimati Radhika is ready to give up
हृदय अतीव कोमल
the man and her anger because her heart is soft.
कृष्ण के इसी प्रकार काकुति मिलन
Krishna, seeing Krishna with like so much humbleness, like this humility, and like a regret, like so much like wants so much to, and then Srimati Radhika cannot control her anger. I mean, she wants to give up her anger, like in Nikunj. What is it? Nidovan. In Nidovan, Krishna is like Prabhupada Saraswati Pada. He's saying this slok. In Nidovan, this Leela of Nidovan, a member of the Leela of Nidovan. That when Krishna, early in the morning, he was coming from the Kunja of Chandravali, coming out from the Kunja of Chandravali. He was standing by the door of Kunja of Srimati Radhika. Then Radhaji became very angry man. Because Krishna's body had some marks that Srimati Radhika could see. He was with Chandravali before. Seeing this, Srimati Radhika was so angry, seeing these marks in Krishna's body. Okay, go back from where you were, from where you come from. Go back. Srimati Radhika told this to Krishna. So seeing this, Radhaji, what did she do? She closed the door of her kunja. Closed the door of the kunja. And that moment, Krishna, there were some sakis outside of the kunja. Then that Kinkarish Bhasha Kalu Kakavani means that Krishna folded his hands. He took hold of their feet and like so much humble words like these. Please give me permission to come. Give me permission to come inside the kunja. Saki said no. Today, Radhaji is feeling so much anger. You are very Durt means like bad character and like that one who is the supreme personality of Godhead, Radhadev, Vashpadev of Brahma and Shiva like this. Now he is like begging to enter in the kunja. And Krishna is Sikandamoli, means he uses the peacock feather on his head. Today how he is like begging like this with words. If I can be like a broomstick in this kunja, if I will be born if I take birth as like a broomstick in this kunja, my life will be successful. This is the sloka of Prabhupada Saraswati Pada. Jat Kinkarish Bhasha Kalu Kakovan. In that kunja, how this kunja has so much rasa madhurya, means when Krishna is like begging and saying these humble words and begging to come inside, Sakhi said no. Not possible for you to come inside the kunja. And what does Lalita Devi do? From behind, from far, she's like indicating with her finger and teaching to Srimati Radhika. Because Srimati Radhika was thinking, oh, Krishna is feeling so much like this, oh yeah, I should open the door like this. Okay, he did a parada, but okay, I'll forgive him. Srimati Radhika was already, because Srimati Radhika is full of karuna, compassion, She's the Vigraha deity of the compassion, But Lalita said, no, he is a Kapart Durta, means like hypocrite, false person, and like a duplicity. Means that this person who are like this, according to the Shastra, like they make friendship with you, like they pretend they like you just because they want to something for their own interest, like in the Shastra says like this. So these persons who are like duplicity, hypocrite, like this, when they want to do something, then they become your friend like this for their interest because they need to do something, like they need something to be done like this. but then they come and they can like stab you, like how do you say, like not stab you, like figuratively, you know, like this, the snake. Like later they can like leave you on beach. Like the story is like the snake which was in a basket, you know. I mean, I was trying to say that if they want something, these kind of people, they can be your friends, but only for their interest, and later they can even like beat you, kill you, like, you know, they don't care about you anymore. So the snake was inside a basket. She was like trapped. How the snake could come out of that basket, you know? And by somehow, what happened in this same basket, one rat came inside the basket. The rat, when he saw the snake, he was very afraid. The snake is black, and also dusht means bad, evil, and the snake thought, I have to do something, because actually this rat is my food. But if I eat him, I will be with my stomach full, but I'll be how many years inside this, like in this dungeon, like, you know, like this dark jail, you know, because this basket, she was caught inside this basket. So she thought, oh, although he's my food, this rat, this mouse is my food, I'll make friendship with him. So she told very sweet words. Oh, you're here? I'm also here. I'll not eat you. Let's do one thing. You are my friend. You're my friend. So do one thing to me, you know, because you should help our friends. The Chooha, the rat was thinking, what to do? Really, I cannot leave this basket. So okay, let's do friendship with the snake. The rat was thinking. So the snake said, okay, we have this very sharp and small teeth, right? The rat has. So please cut this basket, and both of us can go out of the basket. You know what did the rat do? With his teeth, he and cut the basket. And then the rat and the snake came outside. But the snake is like black. Is like no black. No, it's like false and like evil. Like, how can I leave my food go out like this? The snake was saying. So what did the snake do? Oh, my friend, you helped me so much. So let me just embrace you and kiss you one time, because you helped me so much. Please come. When they came out of the basket, the snake told like this. Then what did it do? The snake, he wanted like, oh, let's be friends. We're friends. Then when they went like this, then the snake ate the rat. She ate the rat. So you should never be friends of bad evil person. So you should never be friend with like an evil person, bad character person. Dusht person. Like a hypocrite, a duplicitous person. Duplicitous, you know? Duplicitous. So you should never be friends with a person like this. So Lalita told you, this Krishna is Dutta. Kapat means he's very duplicitous. A duplicitous person. He speaks very sweet words in the mouth. A duplicitous person is like this. He speaks very sweet words, but what is in his heart? Poison, venom. You know, Jahar means venom, poison. So you should never be from a place like this. They speak very sweet words, but they do another thing. So Lalita said that Krishna is like this. So Shrimati should not give in. So he's like, he's like inside outside. So Shrimati, don't show your Dakin Bhav, like don't show your submissive mood or like, you know, agreeing to him. No, why you were like so much criticized because of this? So even Radhaji, even Lalita, she teaches Lalita. Oh, teaches Shrimati Radhika. But there's one bichara here on perception. And Radhaji really takes shiksha from Lalita or not? Because Shrimati Radhika has all the knowledge. Like for example, Bhagavan, Krishna. He made Uddhava his minister.
भगवान सबको जानते हैं क्या
Bhagavan
करना है,
actually
क्या
knows everything, what to do or not to do. But still,
नहीं। उद्धव से भगवान
Uddhav,
सलाह करते हैं, सलाह लेते हैं।
he takes,
भगवान सलाह लेने की जरूरत
takes
नहीं।
advice from Uddhav.
ये दीनता है।
Does Bhagavan need to take an advice? This is humility.
64 गुण में भगवान
One of the 64 of qualities of God is that he is humble.
उसी प्रकार राधा जी की
So Radha is also like this.
ललिता से शिक्षा लेने
She
की
doesn't
जरूरत
need to take any shiksha in sex from Radhaji, but she has so much humility.
नहीं। प्रेम की एक विशेष वैशिष्ट्य
One
है,
speciality of the prem is like this,
उसके क्या
is
बना
that
देते हैं?
makes you what? Very humble. Prema makes you humble.
साधक के लिए भी कहा
This is also for the sadhak.
परण भगवान कुलीन मानी पंडिते बड़ पूर्णिमा चेतन भागवत में
Chaitanya Bhagavan
दिनेरे अधिक दया
explains
परण भगवान जो जितने दीन हो
how much more humble a person is,
भगवत कृपा उतनी ही बरसी
the more he will get the the
कुलीन
mercy of
मानी
Lord.
धनी उनके ऊपर भगवान की कृपा नहीं
Abhiman? Bhagavan Kripa doesn't go to me?
जब तक मेरे अभिमान रहता है भगवान अभिमान में पर्वत के ऊपर
Very wealthy and like pride person,
पानी
they don't get the mercy of the Lord. Like for example, this shower, you know, the shower. Sorry, the rain. Sorry. Wait.
अभिमान परित्यज्यम
So
प्राक्तम गोपरादि
this looks as Abhinam Parityaja.
राधा सुधा
Sundara Sudanidhi says,
अभिमान
sorry, I lost what he was saying about the rain and the mercy, but
प्राकृतिक शरीर
he was saying that if your material body, you have to give up this abhiman, this ego of your material body, and you should think that you're a servant of Shrimati Radhika. Kinkarita bhav.
जब हम करते तब आदमी
Then you will be able to get the mercy of Radhaji.
इस श्लोक में कहा है
So this shloka says,
और हमारे भक्ति
and also our Sanatana Goswami Pada, he also explains
दैन्य क्या है
what is humility, Dainya.
जो समस्त प्रकार के गुण के द्वारा गुणान्वित है
That person who actually has all the
के
qualities.
द्वारा भूषित है
The person has all the qualities,
अपने को
but still he thinks he's unqualified. He thinks he's not, doesn't. It's not like qualified. Yeah. Like for example, a person is a king but thinks he has no wealth. I'm a poor person. But if a poor person says I'm poor, then is this actual humility? Who has actual humility? The king who has everything and thinks he's poor, because the poor is actually poor. So like I'm low, I don't have money, but the Raja, the king has so much wealth, and this Raja, this king also says, I don't have anything. Everything is from God. Like Ambarish Maharaj was like this. Like actually Ambarish Maharaj, he used to think I'm poor. I don't have anything. All this wealth is from whom? From Bhagavan. He was the king of all earth, Prithvi, but still Ambarish Maharaj, he was so much humble, and like feeling low, and like, so actually the humility, definition of humility, Sanatana Goswami explained in the Brihad Bhagavatam. That person who has all the qualities, but still he thinks he's nothing. Nisha means thinks I don't have anything. The person has all the qualities. Like for example, master degree, PhD. I think so. I'm the fullest person in this world. Fullest, no, very full. Like the person, it is an example, no? So the person has all the quality. Actually, humility means you're full. You have all the qualities, but you really think you're so much insignificant. So this actually, and when in the spiritual world, when this actually humility will come, when how much more you have the prem, then you more humble. The fruit of if this prem is like the fruit, and it's like the tree, like a tree. The more the fruits are very heavy, the fruits of the tree, then the more the tree will bend. How to say como fala galho mesmo? So if there is a fruit in the trees, that when the fruits, all the branches, yeah, okay, the branches of the tree, they bend down to the earth when the fruits of the tree is very heavy. So in the same way, this flame is like a fruit, you know. So Gunamatajan, that person has all the qualities. He feels very like low like this, very humble like this. Namrata means humility, like this, feeling very low. It's very beautiful. So these qualities of Radhaji are like unparalleled. But stay with Radhaji, take instruction from Lalita. But it's actually not necessary. Krishna has all the qualities also. He's Bhagavan. But still, he takes advice from Uddhav. Uddhav, tell me, should I send a letter to Yudhishthira Maharaj? Because he wants to do a Rajaswa Yajna. So he sent me an invitation letter. Oh, Krishna, Yudhishthira Maharaj wrote to Krishna, I want to make a Rajaswa Yajna. Please help me how to make everything. And come to Hastinapur. And at the same time, Jarasandha, through like there was some imprisoned kings by Jarasandha, and they also wrote a letter praying to Krishna. No story of Jarasandha. Then these kings also wrote letters. One letter. Do you remember? What? You know Jarasandha. Okay, continue. So, all these kings, they wrote in this letter. And what did Jarasandha do? He had imprisoned 99 kings. And when he had not my friends, I don't have any relationship with them. They're just in like distress, that's why they're calling to me. So tell me, what Krishna asked to Uddhava, what should I do? Should I go to Yudhishthira? Or to help these kings? Should I go there to help the kings? Bhagavan. Krishna takes advice from Uddhava. Actually, Bhagavan knows what to do or not, but still look at the humility of Bhagavan. He can't make all decisions. He already took all this. Like he can't take the decision on everything. And like, but still he asked Uddhava. Uddhava is also not inferior. Uddhava is so intelligent. Which advice did Uddhava give? Actually, what Bhagavan was thinking, then Uddhava, then he said, you see that you see. Glorify your glories, and they will go extend your flag, you know, because you help to them. So if you release these kings from the prison of Jarasandha, these kings are so indebted and grateful to you, you know. All all the kings will accept your guidance. They'll feel like grateful like this because you help
और
to
वही
them.
राजा को लेकर के
So you take these
और
also
युधिष्ठिर
kings
महाराज के
and
साथ
come to the Rajasuya of Jagya of Yudhishthira Maharaj with the
वो
kings.
सभा कैसे संवर्धित है भगवान कृष्ण के ऐसे ठीक
So Krishna, Uddhav Krishna said, okay, nice.
आप अभी जाए तो अकेले जाए
Because if you go now, you go alone.
जब हजारों लोग भी
But if you come with 1,000 person, like 1,000 kings to this, you know, this the influence and the greatness of this assembly that will happen has not will be so big. This will be spread everywhere like this. And also, oh Lord, oh Prabhu, you came to this material world to help and like to kill the irreligious person and protect the sadhus, right? So also your duty to go there. And also to subdue the evil people like this. Okay. Bhagavan already thought this before or not? Only he thought about this after Uddhava said. And then even Bhagavan says later, oh, Uddhava, you spoke so nicely. But actually first, in the beginning, Bhagavan had already made the decision. He already like knew all this. But Bhagavan has one gun quality. He wants to glorify others in this world. Like he wants to make the others glorious. For example, he put Arjuna in such a high position. No? Bhagavan said, there's no one so dear to me like you, you know. Dear to me, like through Arjuna, Bhagavan manifested the Gita, gave the instruction of the Gita, right? Everything. Bhagavan doesn't want fame and like honor like this. He wants to give this to others. Look, this one quality of Bhagavan. He does he's capable of making everything, but still he gives all this glories to others like this. Actually, Chaitanya Charitamrita, if you explain this sloka, how many days would it take to explain each like word of this sloka? A person who is eligible to chant the holy names, they have these 4 qualities, no? Explaining this verse. Like, so our Sanatana Goswami in Bihad Bhagavatamrita, he's saying, actually, the humility, who can really be humble? What is the definition of humility and feeling low like this? That person who actually has got all the qualities, but still he feels that he is very low. And this won't happen when? This only happens when the prema is completely ripened, you know. Actually, real humility you can only have when the prem you have is ripened. So like how much humility Shrimati Radhika has? How much humility Shrimati Radhika has? Like the Radhaji says, I will go to that house of the Saki who makes Krishna happy. I will be her servant and I will hold her feet. Oh Saki, you go to Krishna and make him happy. But they'll say, no, I have to do this in my house. I cannot go to Krishna. I have to broom my house. And Shrimati says, no, let me broom your house. You go to Krishna. Because she arranges everything for the happiness of Krishna. Shrimati wants to do this. Actually, Bhakti is like this. Krishna Chista Parayan and Krishna Takil Bhogatya. For the happiness of Krishna, you're ready to you arrange everything for the happiness of Krishna. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said, where is Radhaji? Like how other Sakis don't even like Radhaji is topmost between all the Sakis, but still Radhaji says, if Krishna wants another Saki, I'll go to her house and I will clean the like dishes and pots of her house, you know. Okay, now it's time. what did Nanda Maharaj? He did not accept this idea of Krishna being the supreme. But at the end, Nanda Maharaj said, okay, oh Uddhav. When Uddhav came back from Braj, and the Bhagavatam explains, when Uddhav was coming back from Braj, going out, then Nanda Maharaj was walking a little bit with Uddhav when he was going. Nobody knows which kind of bhav he was feeling when he was. Then Nanda Maharaj was crying and said, oh Uddhav, you said that Krishna is Bhagavan. I'm not, actually not accept that, but still, we're not ready to accept that, but still, nobody knows which karma we did from many births, and with the fruits we got this kid, this son, like Krishna. But you're saying he's Bhagavan, okay. But we had this lotus feet of Bhagavan. I have roti, and I want to serve him. The mentality of roti and seva. And like Krishna, Nanda Maharaj is speaking like a servant. He's not speaking about Vatsalara. He's like mentioned like he's a servant of Krishna. Like he's speaking like he wants to become the servant of Krishna. Nanda Maharaj is crying and crying. If you read the Bhagavatam, you'll be crying. You'll be crying if you read these slokas. So, humility, how much more you have the prema in your heart, then the prema makes you what? So like, makes you bow down your head like this. So humility is like this. How much the prema has, condensed form of the prema, then the more prema condensed you have, it'll make you more humble. So look at the humility of Nanda Maharaj. Uddhav also said, Krishna is Bhagavan. Nanda Maharaj said, we only listen that Ramachandra is Bhagavan. And when Ramachandra went to the forest, then Dasarat Maharaj, he left his body feeling separation from Ram. But my son Krishna, he left me and went away. But you said that I tend to Bhagavan, and that Bhagavan left, and am I still alive? So how can I have this prema in my heart? Like, what is this prema? But the Dasarat Maharaj has had so much prema for Ramchandra, and I don't have prema for my son. But you're saying he's Bhagavan? I don't have prema for Bhagavan. And you're saying, I am fortunate, because Uddhav was saying, oh Nanda Maharaj, you're a very much fortunate person. Even Uddhav also told to the gopis. Uddhav, it's a Mahajnani. He is directed the personification of all the knowledge of Veda, Puranas and Upanishads. And he also told this to the gopis. Oh gopis, you are very fortunate. Actually, I just wanted to see that Baba, you would be in separation from me. This prema you have for Govinda, Krishna said no to gopis. This prema, the prema of the gopis is like incomparable. So there's a sloka in the Bhagavatam which you can read and study. In that Brahmana Gita, I explain this sloka. Also, Jiva Goswami also, I collect these commentaries and present it in my book Brahmana Gita. This sloka, Bhavatina Mahabhaga. That actually Krishna says to the gopis that he wanted to just see their love in separation, It's very beautiful. And meeting, it says separation, meeting. Which kind of bhav rising in in these moments? What can I explain? Only there are sick John, people who are sick, and this, they can understand this. For others, not possible. We're just speaking like a parrot, and you're listening. But actually, if you don't go to this transcendental world, if you listen to this Harikatha, you cannot actually understand it. Uddhav also said like this. Your prem. It's not even possible for the Mahishis. Uddhava told the gopis. Uddhava himself said but that time Krishna was not even married yet, because when Uddhav came from Mathura to Braj, at that time Krishna was not married yet, wasn't married yet. So why did he use the word Mahishis? Like that, the gopis, this prema is even rare for the Mahishis, queen of Dwarka. Means even the queens of Dwarka don't have the prema you have. Not possible for them. But why did he say this if Krishna is not even married yet? So Uddhava was telling the gopis, how much prema you have in your heart? So he spoke this word Mahishis, means the queens of Dwarka. Queens of Dwarka. This prema is not possible even for Queen Satyabhama. So how does these words come from mouth of Uddhava? There's not this the deliberation about this. Have you read this? It's very beautiful. How did this word come from Uddhava's mouth? So what do I mean is like, actually, the humility will come so much more. The more you have the prema, more you have the humility. Even it can be that the more you have the gyan, actually not be proud. You don't have the pride. If you go to the assembly of Panditas, the Panditas will. Okay. So purifying. So that person is actually a pandit. Whatever the person speaks like backwards, anything he speaks, if a person who is actually pandit, then the other panditas in the assembly of the panditas everybody will praise you. Oh, he spoke so nicely. I don't want to tell the name of everyone, but the pandit assemblies, we don't know what they're speaking like here and there, but still, if you speak, they'll praise you. Like for example, if you go to some assembly of pandits, but not speaking that subject, you're speaking about another subject. But sometimes the pandits become angry. Like, what do they say in these occasions? When you don't talk about the subject, like you're speaking something about outside the subject of the discussion of the assembly. Some people, when they speak in the assemblies, they speak in other subjects. So one thing that happened to me, Shobhananda Prabhu, Tirtha Maharaj, many long time ago, he was a brahmachari. Then there was a Pandita Sabha, Pandita assembly in Keshavaji Gauriya Math, and about Radha-krsna tattva, and he spoke something about outside the subject. And the two four Pandits said that he was speaking outside of the context. What do they speak in Sanskrit about? What's the word they use to refer to this in Sanskrit? Like, if you speak something outside the subject, out of the subject matter of the discussion. And two four Pandits said like this. Out of context. But that person who's but actually a person who's Pandita will even like and say, "Oh, very nice, you'll not see any fault." He'll just see the qualities. I really Pandit. One person is ugly, but still you see his qualities. So beautiful. He will take the good things. That's the good things.
जैसे भ्रमर है,
Just like the Brahmar, bumblebee, he goes for many flowers, big, small flowers.
सब फूलों में
He sits in all the flowers and he takes all the flowers, but he doesn't look the form of the flowers. He only wants to take this pollen of or the honey of the flowers, nectar. He's not looking, the flower is a little bit dry, a little bit good, or oh, this flower is so much honey, less, it smells good or not. No, the Brahmana goes to all the flowers, the bumblebee. So what's the meaning of this? Because he only wants to collect the honey and the pollen like this. So the pundits also, really like qualified pundit, like he'll think, oh yeah, very beautiful. He'll only like taking the qualities.